very fun, isn't it?
Okay, let's go.
Welcome to International Sleeping Past Your Alarm Day. Hey. I did, so you can. I did. No, you shouldn't. But it's not International Sleeping Past Your Alarm Day. I just happened to do it. So anyway, good morning. Somehow made it here on time. It happens from time to time. And good morning. It's a Thursday. We're almost to the weekend. Hope everything's good. $100,000 a couple of times available this morning, 7 and 8 o'clock. We're going to give you a keyword. You text it back to us. Boom. You're a step closer to $100,000 with Destroy Your Debt. In the meantime, TJ, what's on your mind, man?
We've been on the air for 45 seconds and haven't talked about the Toronto Raptors pulling off a huge Game 6 victory last night.
Yeah.
Man, it was
Game
good.
7 will be tomorrow. What a game. Double overtime. Kyle Lowry, by the way, is now the mayor of Toronto.
I think so.
Yeah.
Sorry, John Tory, Kyle Lowry, and was unbelievable last night. Wow. Unbelievable. Gutsy.
JT will understand it, I'm sure. I love a good peruse around a grocery store, and if you're looking for me tomorrow, I'm going to be at Loblaws. The brand new Loblaws that I've been waiting for like 3 years is opening at Lakeshore and Bathurst. Am I the only one who's excited
Is that the one where they have like a liquor license so you can have beer while you walk around?
So it's the original warehouse.
It's their food distribution center.
Yeah, it's so cool. And they've been working on it. And it's like been around since like the 1900s. And it is 55,000 square feet.
Damn.
And I love a good gallivant around a grocery store. So the hot food section, No, I know what I sound like, okay?
Excited for a grocery store. This is where we're at. Producer Jesse.
The Longo's at King and Joe Schuster is the best grocery store in Toronto.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
I don't know
the
if I've
one
been that
with
one.
the liquor license and the full restaurant inside.
Yeah.
So, just saying.
Okay.
Also, scientists did a new study and they searched 10 million solar systems in space and they discovered no aliens.
Yet.
So, I'm sorry, TJ.
Now, if you're the aliens and you're trying to sneak attack, do you want to be discovered?
Yeah, if they want to be
Probably
found,
not.
they'll be found.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like when you go into the jungle. How many times have we found Bigfoot? You think Bigfoot wants to be found?
No. Bigfoot's like, no.
I don't
think
also
so.
think Bigfoot's in the jungle.
The forest.
The forest.
Yeah.
The Canadian jungle. Okay?
Oh, yeah, that's the part of the story we should make fun of me for. Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, we're going to have a fun show this morning, including a brand new Ghost at 8 o'clock as well. I don't even know what else there is to say. Trending's coming up. If you're up, shoot us a text. 99999. What's up to the early morning crew? Good morning to Tanya. It's her birthday. Just say it's my birthday. Woot woot. So happy birthday. Woot woot.
Indeed.
Woo-chee-woo.
Another one from a 416. Does Jax know if Mars is in retrograde? If so, Toronto needs to know.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Here we go.
Yeah, it is, okay? Yeah, it is. Mars is
Don't be aggressive.
What does it mean?
You were about to say something saucy about the moon.
Hey, uber defensive Jax.
Okay.
What does it mean?
No, because I'm defensive because you guys always make fun of me with the moon. So Mars is in retrograde.
No, use your platform.
Mars is in retrograde. And guys, life is going to feel a bit chaotic for the next few weeks, okay? Life is going to feel chaotic. And Mars hasn't been in the shift of retrograde since 1988. And it's not going to happen.
Oh, man.
Again, like...
So it's going to feel a bit...
No. What do you guys
I'm
have
just
to
trying
say,
to figure out what's
Yeah.
happening. What are we in for?
We're in for chaos. We are in for feelings.
As
We are in for
opposed to
emotion.
what?
Yeah.
This is what
2020
we had.
has been so stable thus far. I'm shocked.
How long has Mars been in retrograde?
A little while. Okay, a couple
Like
months.
January 1st? March 15th?
It's so after being directly facing the moon of Aries for the past 2.5 years, we're going into the sign of the Ram. Adam, thank you for asking. So things are shifting.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but here we go.
No,
means we're shifting.
Wow,
Thanks for bringing me on for this.
I'm glad that we're going to get more chaotic because that's what we need this year.
Yeah.
Just
God.
more chaos.
Okay, so and this is what's trending right now.
Gotta kick off the morning giving the Raptors a huge shout out with an insanely gutsy win over the Boston Celtics last night to push it to Game 7. Their season was on the line yesterday, and they won in double overtime, 125-122.
And who's the biggest fan?
Me.
Because
One
she's wearing her
chapter
hat.
I have a Raptors hat on today, and let me tell you what, we are killing it.
Beep, beep, here comes the bandwagon. Love it. Kyle Lowry is officially the mayor of the city. Game 7 is going to be tomorrow. It's actually happening, guys. The Walking Dead is ending.
Ooh.
Kind of.
Good.
Except not really. So the show is going to conclude in late 2022.
What?
After a 2-year 11th season that's going to have 24 episodes. And keep in mind, they're still in their 10th season, and that has 6 episodes left. So there's 30 episodes left of The Walking Dead. At that point, it will continue with a spin-off focused on Daryl and Carol.
So Daryl's not going to die then?
Yeah, spoilers, right?
Okay.
Unless he comes back as a zombie.
Oh man, that show's too scary. I have no interest in it.
The thing is, it's the way they wrote it is it's supposed to be a soap opera. Like there's supposed to be no hope. So it's supposed to continue and continue and continue and continue.
Well, exactly. And the reason the show is ending right now is they're saying they've caught up with the comic books or the graphic novels, whatever you want to call them. So that the spin-off series is going to come out in 2023, and since they're caught up with the books, they're doing the spin-off so that they can just keep, as Adam, as you said, just keep rolling them out. So it's not going away, but it kind of is. And there's a very important song coming out later today from Demi Lovato and Marshmello. The song is called It's Okay Not to Be Okay, and it's in connection with World Suicide Prevention Day. Here's a small clip. So this was posted on Marshmello's Instagram. And if you're waiting for singing, it's not happening. But Robin is debuting the song today at noon, and then we're going to hear it in the 6 at 6, I assume, with Dave Nellis later this evening. I'm excited. You can hear the drop coming.
Yeah.
You know,
and Marshmello and Demi, guaranteed to be incredible.
They've been teasing a collab for a couple years now. I think almost 3 years. They've been talking about how they've been working on something, or we're going to work on something. So we've been waiting for this for a little while. And that's what's trending. I'm TJ.
Thank you, TJ. Hey, I want to shout out everybody working Loblaws overnight in Milton. Woo! They texted us this morning. What's up, guys? We love you.
Virgin Mornings with Adam Wylde, TJ, and Jax.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
You knew this was coming. Toronto's considering canceling Halloween. I knew it was coming.
Still sad to hear.
Yeah.
Also, it's kind of bizarre to hear that they're thinking about canceling a holiday.
Not really a holiday.
I would call it a holiday.
Would you call it a holiday?
Yeah.
Okay.
What would you call it?
I would call it not a day off. If it's to me, you gotta have a day off for it to be a holiday. It should be a holiday.
If there's songs written about it, it's a holiday.
Okay. So he was talking with John Tory. Was talking with CP24 yesterday, and he said we don't have the power to just order Halloween canceled. But I can tell you right now, if the medical officer's health advice to me is that I should say to parents, you should not go out and should not be handing out candy and all those kinds of things because it poses a risk, especially with the numbers going up. I would not hesitate to do that for a second. So far, no place in Canada have canceled, but LA has already made the move to say absolutely not. Now,
they're the only
California's had a real problem with COVID. But, I don't know how you do it. How could you possibly do it and be safe?
I think that you do your own little thing at home, and you have to kind of start new traditions. Obviously, parents are all going to have to pivot with this unprecedented time, but it's important to showcase your costume and get candy. That's all kids want. So maybe if you really have a little Halloween party at home, and then Zoom your friends. Yeah, you just have to make.
Cute. I like that.
Yeah, you have to make new traditions because kids are going to be bummed out, and rightfully so, about not being able to trick or treat. So it's how do you make that night special for them?
I saw on Reddit a couple weeks ago that some families were already considering organizing a socially distanced parade within their neighborhood.
Love that.
So you still decorate your house and you do your thing, and then maybe people just throw candy on the street and you pick it up.
In places in the States, in southern states, that's what they do anyway. Halloween is a lot bigger because it's not raining and freezing cold outside by that point. So that'd be something that would be really cool anyway. It's just new tradition, socially distanced, and then you have to buy your own candy.
You just brought up a really good point. This might be a blessing in disguise because now you don't have to wear your coat over your costume.
That's true.
People could see your costume for what it is. This is a good thing.
Also,
thanks, COVID.
I'm going to say, because sometimes you get the candy that you don't like. And now, if you're a parent, just get the candy that you know your kids like, and then the kids are just automatically happy.
Yep.
It's a win-win situation.
Yep.
Or power moves, still get them the candy that they don't like.
Oh.
That's so manipulative.
That's pretty mean.
I've always been the one to Adam Wylde, TJ, and Jax.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
I'm not sure how well you remember what your parents said to you on the first day of school normally. But if you have a general idea, we'd love to hear it. 416-872-9999. 999 to text. We actually got a text message saying, hey, who's going to remember that blank, Adam? LOL. I can remember.
Easy. 629,
my parents
don't swear.
said the same thing every year, and I don't know what this means. I have no idea what this means. Mind your P's and Q's.
I think it means don't swear. So, were you a child that cursed a lot, Adam?
I don't think so.
I think it just means mind your manners.
Right,
Yeah,
but what are P's? What are the P's and what are the Q's?
Pieces and quiets is.
Pieces and quiets. Okay.
I don't know.
I will mind
Not a
that.
bad
then.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It's better than what I had. What about you, Jax?
I was just told to stop talking and listen more.
Is that literally
Yeah.
they'd send you off?
Well, my mom, it was just like, make sure to listen, honey, because I used to chit chat a lot. And
No way.
I was always talking.
Surprising.
I was always talking. But yeah, my mom was like, just please listen. Please listen.
TJ?
I actually had a really similar one
Yeah?
to Jack's. My parents used to somewhat aggressively say, calm down and listen, because I was a bit of a wild fella. And I would not listen.
A busybody.
And my mind would like run a mile a minute, and my mouth would follow along. So I'd be like, "There's a lot of birds in the sky. This is my favorite tree. Do you guys want to go outside and play for Reese?" And I would just like motor mouth for like 30 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, and I wouldn't learn a thing.
So, okay, let me ask. Did all of you get the thing on your report card that says socializes too much in class?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I don't do that now. So
Yeah,
the
it's
teachers
weird
got,
how
they
that
got what
happened
they
for you.
wanted. It was just like 20 years late.
They called me a chatty Cathy. They were nice about it. Yeah.
On the report card?
On the report card, yeah. It's the Maritimes. They do things like that.
99999. Text us. What's yours?
Jax.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
Drake's advice to his son on his first day of school. Good luck, kid. The world is yours.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Sweet. My parents are like, shut up.
Yeah.
And that's actually all three of us seem to have that same running theme. It's like, I said, mind your P's and Q's, and we had a text message saying it means please and thank you, but what's the Q?
I think it means mind your manners. I Googled it. I don't think they know, but it originated sometime in the 16 or 1700s. So.
That would make sense that my parents, who are very, very old, would say
Oh,
that.
shush. No, they're not.
I hope they're listening and heard that. All right, what are the texts saying?
Text from the 416. My mom used to tell me to pay attention in science class. Like, specifically science. I don't know why. Well, it's obvious why. Because the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. And you need to remember that. I still don't know how to apply for a mortgage, but I do know that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the
I
cell.
can tell you applying for a mortgage is a lot easier than grade 11 in biology.
100%.
They roll out the red carpet for you at the bank.
A lot more interesting,
you want
too.
to spend our money and we make a ton of money off you? Sure, please.
Come on in.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how banks work. My parents used to drop me off every day at the very front of whatever school I was in and yell, "Make good choices," which was ironically not a good choice of them, especially when I got to high school. That from the 905.
I can imagine. Yeah, that's got to be the most fun thing as a parent when you're in that grade 7, grade 8 era, and you're at your most awkward, right? You feel you're most uncomfortable, and I can't wait to embarrass the hell out of my daughter.
Leave Everly
it's
alone.
I am gonna be yelling out the window, "I love you so much, Daddy loves you," things like that.
Yeah.
And I want.
She's gonna love that.
She's gonna hate it.
troll right back and be like, I don't know who he is. Yeah.
The hard part is like it's the most embarrassing time of your life, but also like they're the meanest people alive. People in grade 7 and 8.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they are.
Oh my gosh, you ever walk by a group of people in grade 7 and 8?
Projecting insecurity onto each other.
They're all looking at you like, "Oh, what's up, loser?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"I don't know."
Look who's wearing jeans. They're like, "What's wrong with jeans?"
But you know what the good thing is that no matter who you are, when you're in grade 7 through 9, everybody goes home and cries. You know?
Really? See, we have 7/8s here, because you went 7
Right,
to
yeah.
9 to 9.
to start
That's
high
true,
school
true.
here.
Yeah, so most of us are 7/8s, and then 9 is grade 9 for me is like when life started. That's when
Really?
things got
Really?
good. Yeah.
It didn't start for me until like 23.
I was awful in grade 9.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What were we like?
I was a criminal. Oh, I actually
forgot about this.
Oh yeah. What was your big crime in grade 9?
I stole my parents' car and crashed it.
Oh, it was grade 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, most people wait till like grade
Yeah.
10, grade 11 for that one.
Good morning.
Ahead of the
Good
curve,
morning.
Jack Irwin was.
On the curve, Jack was. You know what I'm saying? It's Virgin Radio.
Damn.
Trending right now.
A new study shows why working for a person with a boring or more common name like a Bill or a Barb is a bad idea.
Why?
This is a study out of Rice University that found people with unique names are linked to more unique leadership styles. It says successful professionals who have uncommon names tend to view themselves as more special, unique, interesting, and creative. And these people are more willing to make more unconventional and risky moves, while the Bobs and Barbs of the world tend to play it safe. Ergo, if you have a boss named Taryn or something, they're probably a cooler boss.
Well, as a woman who works with two men named Adam and Tyler, which were
How
like
dare
the
you say
most
my name.
popular names of the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
No, things are feeling very vanilla in here, aren't they?
It's a good thing
I feel personally attacked and culturally attacked by you right now.
Yeah.
I am extremely vanilla.
I got my
looking and sounding.
Yeah.
Vanilla swirls over here.
Yeah. Thank you, Jacqueline. Very cool.
Jacqueline? Okay.
Toronto High School has just had their start date pushed back another 2 days. They were supposed to go back on September 15th. Now it's September 17th. The TDSB said the decision was made given the complexities of the staffing and timetable process. Man, this whole thing is just like super stressful. I just feel bad for everyone. Like, I feel bad for the teachers, the kids, parents, just everybody. No one seems to.
There's no one. Listen, there's no one that's winning here.
No,
it's just we got to get through this.
Yeah. Today,
I mean, I don't know if there's anything else to say.
No, I think you nailed it.
We must continue.
Yeah. That's some nice general advice from Adam and Tyler.
Listen, guys.
You know, I feel for everybody in this situation, you know?
I am going to come over there.
There's no winning for anybody.
I'm going to go cough on you.
She's sassy today.
How's that? Anyway.
What?
I'm just caught in the middle. Let these two alley cats figure this out. Today marks the second day of scholar strike to protest anti-Black and Indigenous violence. It's a protest happening in both the U.S. and Canada going on today and yesterday. Scholars at many Toronto schools, including Ryerson, U of T, and OCAD, are taking a stance against growing violence worldwide. Some 2,000 scholars from across the country are participating. Instead of regular teaching duties, professors and lecturers are asked to attend the digital teach-ins and invite students to join them as well. So this movement originally started at the University of Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Was inspired by the WNBA and NBA players boycotting their games following the police shooting of Jacob Blake in Wisconsin.
That's right.
Jax is going to get me for vanilla advice again.
No.
But in all honesty, it's so the one good thing about the pandemic is all these discussions we're having.
Yep.
Right? Like and it's continuing. And that was the problem before is it never continued. It keeps going and going and going.
Louder because it's a lot more quiet out there.
Yes.
Right?
As it should be. And that's what's trending. I'm TJ.
Couple things that you should know about at 8 o'clock. Who knew that your building's Facebook page was a good place to meet someone and get ghosted? We'll talk to someone who went through just that. After Kane Brown, though, it's your shot at $100,000. We'll give you the Destroy Your Debt keyword after Be Like That. Virgin Radio.
Virgin Mornings with Adam Wylde, TJ, and Jax.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
And cuffing season will start early. There's already articles about it. Now, normally this happens, I don't know, like Nuit Blanche to me is always sort of the kickoff of cuffing season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get it in like early October. All the universities are back and that sort of thing too, which is a big deal.
And then it's an event that people are like, hey, let's go stand outside in the cold and look at art and pretend like we understand it.
Totally.
You guys sass Nuit Blanche all the time, but it's cozy, man. Frig off.
It's actually not cozy. It's very cold.
Actually very uncomfortable.
I need to go home. I hate enjoying art.
Hey, my name is Jax. I love everything outside.
I can't tell you though how many times I've gone to Nuit Blanche because someone I was dating. Like literally the only time I've ever been there is a girl said, "Hey, do you want to go?" And I was like, sure.
It's not my problem. You're vulnerable, Adam Wylde.
So anyway, long story short, cuffing season usually starts around then because that's when it gets cold and dark, and that's when you want to be like, let's cuddle up.
Yeah.
So, first thing you need to know in the COVID cuffing world is you need to discuss your COVID risk tolerance with your cuffing partner.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
You should know what your COVID status is before you go out with them.
Yeah.
And then you should talk about the bubble and the whole thing. You got to be like keep those lines of communication open.
So when you talk about being comfortable, it's like, would you have to be open about whether or not you would hold hands with somebody, if you would give a little smooch at the end of the night?
If you're cuffing, you're past holding hands, right?
Well, ideally.
Yeah.
And it's also just like the talk of like monogamy, and like we're literally in the middle of a pandemic. My girlfriend and I, like in June, we were, seeing.
Sorry.
Stop it.
What?
Stop.
What?
Wait, what did you not have?
What's her name?
3 days ago?
Her name is Michelle.
And her title is?
The girlfriend. But nothing's changed. Nothing's changed.
Nothing changed.
No, I'm trying to make a point.
No,
I
that's
said
for
frig
sure.
twice. That you guys are getting me activated.
I don't want to act like a business meeting, but let's circle back to that later.
Yeah.
Okay, she's down. Stop it. Okay, so. But you do have to have, because if you're practicing, non-monogamy during COVID, you have to communicate with whoever you're seeing, because we're literally in the middle of a pandemic. So, like, if you're seeing one person,
like
you have to stop it. You have to, if you're seeing one person and you want to go out actively dating somebody else, like, you have to be so open with each other about, hey, I've been in this place. Like, it really opens up your bubble. So it's just communication station.
Number 2. Write down your non-negotiables. I still can't focus, but before you start mindlessly swiping, do some reflection. If you know what you want, it's easier for you to spot someone who doesn't check those boxes, so that's important. Number 3, when we're talking about cuffing season during COVID, pay attention to bad dates.
Yeah.
Reclaim people and reclaim how you see people who aren't right for you. Meaning, basically, if you're feeling a little weird after hanging out with somebody and it's happening over and over and over again, pay attention to that. Don't waste your COVID bubble spot on that.
No.
See, and I always thought cuffing season was about just ignoring those feelings because it's going to end in 4 months anyway.
That is such a sad way to look at. Like,
that's what cuffing season is.
No, it could be a start of something beautiful.
It could be.
So here's the last. Number 5 is be intentional in your dating app. If you're looking for the relationship this fall, this winter, make it known, and then say there's an expiry date here.
Yeah.
People are getting more direct through this for sure.
The last rule is one I've never heard of. Kind of like never having heard of Jax's girlfriend before.
Stop it.
Until now.
The 931 rule. Do you know what the 931 rule is?
Yeah, but I want to hear what you think it is.
Okay, Jax, do you have any idea?
No, I'm mad at you guys.
Set up 9 virtual dates or over the phone, whichever you feel comfortable with. Of those 9 people, try and go on a second date, maybe something in person, but socially distanced with 3 of them.
Okay.
From there, hopefully you can choose your one.
Oh, that is actually a really good system.
It's a self-produced season of The Bachelor.
Guys, when you look like this, you have the 2 one dates. The 2 virtuals, and then you go out with the one that still answers your texts after.
Yeah, 931. That's a lot of work. That's 2 solid weeks of dates. That is way too much.
Too many. We should write our own article.
Yeah.
And it could star Jax and her girlfriend.
Hey, you guys have been razzing me all summer to put a name on it. I did, and you're now razzing me again.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's how this works.
That's cool. So I'm the only single one on the show.
Oh, do we want to go into that one?
Well, technically not because we're a throuple, but yeah.
Virgin Radio.
Jax.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
You know, when you're in a relationship, you look at people who are dating and you're like, well, that seems fun, like being on all those apps and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden you're on them and you're like, oh, this isn't as fun as I thought it would be.
No.
It's a lawless wasteland.
It is. And so, like, you know, just if you don't know already, I'm single and everything's cool in like my personal life or whatever. It happened for a long, like it's been happening for a long time.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't talking about it. But one of the things that is weird is dating with a kid, because you sort of, I think you have to be upfront about that.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is dating as, a soon-to-be divorcee, right? Because it's not fully set. You have to wait a year.
Oh, he's complex.
But I don't know if that's how people see it. So here's a message that I got, and it sat weird with me.
Okay.
And I don't know if I think it's a joke, and maybe but I don't know how to take it.
Okay.
And I didn't respond to the person because I thought, this is weird. This is an odd thing to say to
You're
someone.
asking the 2 best people because Jax will find the optimistic side and I will take it very seriously and hunt them down.
Yeah, so read it and then we'll give you our probably not accurate advice.
So I matched with this person, and her opening line was, "What happened? Pandemic divorce?"
How dare she? What do you think, Jax?
Okay, is there anything else?
No, that's it.
Oh, is there any
like that.
emojis?
Nothing.
Is there any LOLs?
Nothing.
It's weird.
That's weird, right?
Yeah, I don't like the tone in that. Like, if you get into the conversation, hey, how you doing, blah, 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 and then you start asking, oh, like, what happened? Looks like you're recent.
Yeah.
That's fine, but that's your opener. That's you just, like, prodding for information and getting, like...
That's what I thought. It was strange to me.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, so devil's advocate,
we go.
optimistic.
Please do.
Maybe she's funny, and she's just like, haha. Maybe she's like just trolling.
Well, and that's why I was asking, because I'm not trying to be like.
I wouldn't personally write her back because I think that's really invasive and aggressive. But
right?
But I'm trying to think of like maybe she is she is a good person that I wouldn't write back, but she's probably a good person.
But like you can be funny and still not be a jerk, you know?
And you also have to, if you're going to do things like that, follow up with emojis or LOLs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that brings me to the bigger question, because it's really not about her or that message. I'm 32, so relatively young, I guess.
You're young.
Yeah.
And it got me kind of thinking, like, is that a big turnoff when you find out that some... Well, but hold on a second.
Yeah.
Divorce with a kid. Some baggage. Good baggage.
Yeah.
I mean, Everly to me is the best kind of thing ever. That's my daughter's
a lottery ticket. That's not
that's
like
what
a winning lottery ticket.
But is it
But
like...
some people may not see that because they have different...
So, I'm wondering about that, and it's just sort of like, if that I mean, I'm sure in your mid-20s that might factor in, but in your 30s, I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't think it's a problem. Look, when you're dating in your late 20s, early 30s, even mid-20s, everybody has baggage.
Yeah.
And everybody's baggage might be a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller, but everybody's got baggage. And if they want to judge you for being divorced with a kid, like they should not throw stones in the glass house. You know what I mean? Like,
could happen to you.
Yeah.
Divorce happens.
Yeah.
I think I looked it up. 40% in Canada end in divorce.
Especially like if you think about like how many people we went to high school with that are like, I'm 21 and this is my life. Like this is what I'm going to do. I know so many people that I went to high school with that are now divorced, especially lesbians. Like they all got to like married when they were like 22 and they're like, I met you at the club and we must move in together and be together forever. They're all divorced now. Like they're all divorced.
All right. So here's the main,
everybody's got baggage. TJ's right.
The main question I just want to ask you, if you're on dating apps, if you've dated in the last 5 years, whatever, how do you feel about dating someone who's divorced? How do you honestly feel? Is it a red flag for you? Because I can understand how it would be. Your marriage dissolved. Like, I get it. I'm in it. I live in it. So what does it feel like? 416-872-9999, 999-999 to text. I'm just curious because it just hit me as, what?
I just saw a really cute text to us. My sister found love after being divorced with 3 kids. It's possible. You just have to find the right person.
Oh, that's the most Jack's text I've ever heard in my life.
And she's crying.
Harry Styles.
Is Virgin Mornings with Adam Wylde, TJ, and Jax.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
Let me ask you this honestly. How do you feel about dating somebody who's divorced, potentially with kids? And here's the thing, it's common for it to be younger, right? Like I'm 32, going through the process right now. My ex and I are in great shape. Like everything's fine. It's drama free. But you still, things happen, right?
You still have a kid and you're divorced.
100%.
Yeah.
And so now that, like, you know, it's been months and months and months and months, and it's been a long process that I just haven't talked about to this point, you know, the thing that I'm learning from dating is, like, I got a message like, hey, what happened? Pandemic, divorce? And I was like,
Stop it.
Do I even respond to that?
No.
And it's, I don't think the person was trying to be malicious at all, but it did give me, and if you're in a similar situation, maybe you feel the same way, you feel vulnerable and you a little bit feel like, do people view me as damaged goods? You know what I mean? Because when you're single and you've never been married, you don't have kids, you think of yourself as like a whole thing. But then once you've gone through this, it's sort of, do people look at me like I'm a problem? Like
I have baggage. Like I'm just this,
So I wanted to get your honest opinion. So Jeannie, go ahead.
Well, you were saying you just wanted to hear from people who are dating people who are divorced, and you know what the take on that is.
Yeah, what is your take?
My take is that, you know, at first when you meet someone, you're enamored with them, you want to follow through, but then the technicalities of divorce kind of play through, especially if they have children. Not that it's a bad thing, but you always realize that there's always something else that was more important before you. I personally have never been married or have kids myself, so it's a curve that you kind of have to learn to live with. I just wanted to say that, and that's it.
Fair enough.
Wow, like that.
Text, TJ?
Yeah, flip side to that from the 416. A divorced guy is cool. No issues there.
Yeah. Cool guy. He's divorced and he's cool. Yeah.
All right. That's great. Nice and positive.
Another text from the 905. Divorce isn't a deal breaker these days. Our generation was brought up with the idea that in order to be happy, we should be married, have kids, have a house, all by X age, as if that's all we needed to be successful and happy. People grow and change at all ages and points of their lives. To date someone who's divorced isn't a deal breaker. If anything, it shows that the person experienced some form of personal growth and understood where they were at that point in their life. And it wasn't their idea of true happiness. That is true. Our generation is all about that.
Mm-hmm. And I'd much prefer to date somebody who's like been in long-term relationships and is actually like stuck around growth and like actually, kind of lived with somebody like that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say, like my girlfriend, we've only been dating for a couple months, but she was coming out of a pretty long-term, like 7-year relationship or something, and like I like it because I've dated girls that haven't really had long-term relationships, but she she knows what she's doing. Like she's the expert. She's good.
Good at relationship?
Yeah, she's good at it.
Any more texts?
Yeah, another one from the 905. Divorce is a red flag for me, but I gave a guy a chance and he turned out to be amazing. Didn't work out, but I'm so glad I dated him because I gained a friend. So look at that, Adam. You can find lots of friends.
That's good.
Good pals.
Man, I can't wait to get friend zoned. That's going to be great.
Adam, at least you have...
My friends?
At least you have the thruple.
Yeah,
okay?
that's true.
The thruple lives.
Thruple in the morning.
Ain't the stars tonight, so watch me breathe. And this is what's trending right now.
Big shout out to the Toronto Raptors who won Game 6 last night over the Boston Celtics. Game 7 is happening tomorrow. What a game. Double overtime, 125 to 122. Kyle Lowry is now the king of Toronto.
I wore my sports chapeau today to celebrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jax has, I don't know how she got the Raptors hat, but she has one.
It's like brand new, but I got it like 6 years ago. Yeah.
Man, double overtime basketball is the most exciting thing. And by the way, should we just start the Kyle Lowry statue now?
Yeah, I think they should tear down the Kawhi Leonard one and just start rebuilding it as Kyle.
It's going to be, I mean, that guy is the greatest Raptor we've ever seen. And boy, did he show it last night.
More like,
argue that.
More like Kyle Powery, like he's powerful.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
More like, Jax, that was Kyle Owery. Because it hurt.
Let's go story 2.
Story number 2. It's actually happening, guys. The Walking Dead is ending. Kind of. The show is going to conclude in late 2022 after a 2-year 11th season that's going to span 24 episodes in all. They're currently in season 10, which has 6 episodes left. So for those keeping track at home, 30 episodes of The Walking Dead left before they have a spin-off which will focus on Daryl and Carol, which rhymes and should be the title of the new show. It's Daryl and Carol. Yeah,
it'd be nice if they came at it with like a 70s TV show vibe. It's like, we're just...
It sounds like a radio show I grew up listening to. It's Daryl, Carol in the morning. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Daryl, Carol in the butt.
Yeah.
Yeah. That series is going to come out in 2023. The reason the main series is ending, did you guys not like Daryl, Carol in the butt?
That was our original show name, but no.
I was Carol.
I don't love it. Anyway, continue.
The reason for the show ending... Jax, stop. The reason that the main series is ending is because it's based on the comic books, and they're like all caught up in the books now, so it just makes sense.
Right.
We have an important song coming out today from Demi Lovato and Marshmello. It's called It's Okay to Not Be Okay, and it's in connection with World Suicide Prevention Day. We have a small clip for you that Marshmello put up on his Instagram the other day, and it's interesting because it's just instrumental. There's no singing in it.
We did have a small clip.
It's gone.
Adam can't find the clip. I don't know what happened.
Start naming your files. I know why you have this problem over there.
Could you tell I was stalling for time?
Yeah, sorry.
Well,
it's incredible.
I got it. You're going to be so disappointed by this clip, by the way.
Adam.
No. This was worth it.
It's like you're at the Loblaws elevator and you're yeah, right. Well, there's no singing in it. Don't look
but there's gonna be singing, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
You can hear it. And that's all he posted on Instagram. And you can hear the drops about to come in.
It's going to be good.
I'm not saying the song would be bad. The song's going to be great. It's just the tease is kind of like, you need to see the video part of it, right?
Yeah. It's Marshmello laying on a couch. But yeah, you definitely need to see it. Robin's going to be debuting the song at noon today, so make sure you're listening to 99.9 Virgin Radio. And that's what's trending. I'm TJ.
Thank you, TJ. How about $100,000 and some ghosted? We got that after Ed Sheeran and Camila Cabello. So it's the keyword, and then the ghosting, and then the $100,000. It's all together.
She got the brown eyes, caramel thighs, long hair.
Hey, so we want to shout out Matt. It's 99.9 Virgin Radio. This is Virgin Mornings with Adam Wylde, TJ, and Jax. Sent us a really nice message. Like a lot of people, COVID kind of messed up everybody's routine.
Yeah,
so a lot of people, we're hearing from you a lot saying like, hey, we're back. We're actually back in our routine. Matt is one of these people.
Yeah, he said, I just want to say I missed you guys over this COVID time. I lived in Cram Township where the station doesn't come in clear. But now I'm back to work and teaching driving to the city every day. So it's nice to have you guys back in my life.
Nice.
Wonderful
Very, very cool. You didn't finish that text, so I'll finish it.
Okay.
Also, I've been meaning to send this message for a couple of years.
Oh, shoot.
TJ, the growth that I've seen you make over the last couple years, from your energy to your confidence to your self-esteem, good for you, brother. We all go through rough times, but it is so good to see and hear you're in such a positive headspace.
That's that text actually just made my day.
TJ, that's so a beautiful thing. And look at you grow, babe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all the shout out to my therapist for actually helping me out.
There you go. Man. And shout out to you for going.
Yes. And you know what? Shout out to therapy. And you know what, TJ, this calls
No.
for?
Shout out to me more.
This calls for, guess you're going to get a kiss today.
Whoa. That is illegal right now.
Okay.
More more of
Trending.
And this is what's trending right now.
There's a new study that says working for a person with a, quote, boring or more common name like Bill, Bob, or Barb is a bad idea. This is a study out of Rice University that found that unique names are linked to more unique leadership styles. It says successful professionals who have uncommon names tend to view themselves as more special, unique, interesting, and creative. And these people are more willing to take unconventional and risky moves, while the Bobs and Barbs of the world, for example, tend to play it a bit safer. So, by that logic, anyone named Skylar is a great manager.
It's crazy because I work with such risk takers, and such wild boys. And the names of my co-hosts are Adam and Tyler. Just two risky names, hey?
Yeah.
Well,
You get that right, Jacqueline.
we didn't have a choice in the matter. My parents flipped to the first name of the baby book, and they're like, Aaron, Adam, done.
That's actually not true. I legally changed my name 6 years ago.
To what?
To Tyler. It used to be
No, stop it.
Jeffrey.
Don't.
So still boring.
Yeah, I used to be named. I used to be Scott. Yeah.
Toronto High School has just had their start date pushed back 2 days.
Uh-oh.
And they changed their schedule. So they were supposed to go back September 15th, and now the TDSB pushed it back to September 17th. And they said the decision was made given the complexities of the staffing and timetable process. Now, this just sounds like a crappy situation for everyone. I just wish everyone the best.
Yep.
Today marks the second day of the scholar strike to protest anti-Black and Indigenous violence.
Yes.
So it's a protest happening both here and in the U.S. It happened yesterday. It's happening today as well, with many scholars at many Toronto schools like Ryerson, U of T, and OCAB. 2,000 scholars from across the country are participating. Instead of their regular teaching duties, professors and lecturers are asked to attend the digital teach-ins and invite students to them as well. So this movement originally started at the University of Pennsylvania. It was inspired by the WNBA and NBA players boycotting their games following the police shooting of Jacob Blake in Wisconsin. And Adam, you mentioned this earlier, but it's nice to see that the conversation isn't going away.
Yes, that's the point. In the past, it's just we've had it and then it's gone away, and we've had it again. We got to keep it rolling for there actually to be some change.
Absolutely. And that's what's trending. I'm TJ.
Thank you, TJ. Now, if you would like $100,000, we've got Destroy Your Debt for you at 10 o'clock with Robin. She'll give you a keyword to text in. Have a good one.